Sanam Namaste. Why can't I be happy? Why can't I just be myself? Do you catch yourself saying these words? Do you find yourself resonating with these words? In the Aquarian Age, we have to be ourselves, meaning our authentic self. That is why we're experiencing so much loss in our life right now. We're being stripped of everything that is not us, so that we can truly be ourselves. Everything that is not aligned with the truth of who you are is slipping away. And this is a good thing. The truth is, we live in a world of imposters. We live in a world where the majority of the people on the planet are not truly being themselves. This frequency permeates the planet like a bad smell. And since we're all energetically connected, it makes it very challenging to be one's authentic self. That's why there's so few. The imposter does not want you to be your unique self. They will say or do anything, either directly or indirectly, to put you back in your place. Who do you think you are? What makes you think you're so special? Why do they do this? So that they can comfortably go on living with who they think they are, who they've been told they are, and go back to being normal. And I put that in quotation marks. In other words, go back to sleep. So it takes tremendous courage and conviction to live as yourself, because you're stepping out of a global-wide energetic of complacency and homogenization. So how do you know when you're not being your authentic self? Well, when you're in the company of others, you will feel uneasy, anxious, insecure, defensive, reactive, and may even feel like a fraud yourself. You feel inadequate and compelled to prove yourself. You feel that you're never quite good enough, and you're a self-improvement junkie, always going to a workshop, reading the latest self-help book, that kind of thing. Do you speak up in groups, especially if you disagree with the majority? Do you toe the party line so not to rock the boat? Do you battle with being yourself versus the expectations and demands of others? Do you make compromises in your life over and over and over again? So you will have challenges manifesting money, a partner, or staying healthy if you continue to live as your not self. And it's exhausting to be someone who you're not. All that energy could be directed towards expanding your radiance. And now it's wasted on upholding a false identity. It takes a lot of energy to be an imposter. It takes no energy to be yourself. It takes a lot of energy to be an imposter. It takes no energy to be yourself. And you know, deep down we all just long for that. We long to be ourselves. We long to be loved and accepted by others for just being ourselves. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the origins of the imposter. And it all starts with something called conditioning. What is conditioning? Conditioning is a field of energy on the planet that keeps you from being your authentic self. This conditioning is a very powerful projection field that has been imposed on you by others. And you have been led to believe that this is you. Conditioning begins as soon as you leave the womb, with the nurses, the doctors, anyone else in the room. It's the aura, the electromagnetic field, that conditions the other. Our auras are intersecting with one another all the time. This is the most subtle conditioning that we experience. You know, most people are in denial that they've been deeply conditioned by forces outside of themselves for most of their lives. Many people do not even think to question where their core beliefs and values come from. So as we grow up, we are taught who we are by the opinions and projections of others. This can be overt, or it can be a simple look of disapproval for a behavior that was not acceptable. You know, it's like each person, your mother, your father, your siblings, members of your extended family, your teachers, religious authorities, etc., each begin to give you a rock to carry. And soon, you've got so many rocks to carry, you need to go and get a knapsack. And this continually weighs you down in life. So here's an example. Say your mother says to you, "You're a caring child who always helps other people." And there may be a hidden agenda in her words, which is really, "I need you to always help me with no questions asked and have no needs of your own." So the ego identifies with this rock, with this self-image of caretaker. And if someone accuses you as an adult of being selfish because you thought of your needs first, the ego will blast out of you to defend this self-concept to the death. In fact, to the ego, it does feel like a death. So as you grow up, you're collecting all of these rocks, all of these self-images you have of yourself that may or may not be true for you. The purpose of conditioning, this imposition from outside of yourself, is to continually keep you seeking your authority outside of yourself, keeping you out of your power. So conditioning makes you lose touch with your own natural gifts and talents. Conditioning makes you not trust yourself. Conditioning keeps you from your own natural decision-making ability. So here are some ways to unravel your conditioning. Number 1, house clean your relationships. Who in your life accepts you for who you are? An easy way to discern who is for you and who is not is to stop doing things that you usually do for people. You will soon see who is your true friend and ally and who is not. Because you want people in your life who love you for who you are and not what you can do for them. So surround yourself with people who are a supportive, loving presence in your process of becoming yourself. Number 2, question your beliefs and values. It is time to examine some of your core beliefs and values. Where did they come from? Are they really yours? Were they handed down from your ancestors? Are they aligned with your soul? Do they serve your spiritual journey? A good idea is to just write them down on paper so that you can look at them in truth. Number 3, look at your rocks. Look at your knapsack of rocks. Take each one out. What ego identifications do you have? What gets your ego all riled up and ready to fight? When someone says something negative about your parenting skills, when someone questions your integrity and honesty, when someone undermines your intelligence, or your sense of responsibility, start to look at your patterns. What triggers you is what your ego has attached to. This is not who you are. You're only an actor on a stage playing a lot of different roles. Know that if someone questions you, know that it is only their opinion and possibly their projection. You have nothing to defend. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Your identity is an energy being, a soul, playing the role of being human in this lifetime. Number 4, the mind, the conditioned mind. So your subconscious mind carries a lot of these conditioning patterns, and meditation is an excellent way to uncover the conditioning that is covering up your divine essence. And here's a link to a great meditation called Kirtan Kriya. And lastly, the Lighten Up program. So the conditioning from our first 7 years of life is the most impactful. After that, we play those 7 years over and over again like a broken record. This conditioning is rooted deep within the cells of your body. So the Lighten Up program is a 12-week deep deconditioning process that allows you to drop your conditioning at the physical, emotional, and mental level so that you can be your authentic self. So this is the name of the game right now, is to become truly you, to become who you really are. And all the rest of it is booty. So you become your authentic self, prosperity, relationships, purpose, happiness, all come after that. Because it's all contained within your authentic self. You can go to the website to learn more, the kalishyogi.com website. Okay, Satnam Namaste.